All right, y'all, I'm making this video. If anybody has one of these dustless blasting tanks, the DB150, mine was clogged up. And I couldn't find no video on how to unclog it. There's some videos on how to take it apart, but it wasn't working, so I had to take it a few steps further. This is cold slag that I was using, and it's just locked up in the bottom. So from the instructions from Dustless Blasting website, you're supposed to clean this out every time you use it and just let it dry out. So on the bottom right here, you got your air inlet hose. It's brass. It slides on there like that. There's two lugs with two bolts that hold it on there on each side. So there's two lugs that hold it on there. And when you pull this down, up inside of there is your blast nozzle and this rubber gasket. So on the website, it tells you, okay, yeah, take them two bolts out, move this out the way, and then use your blast pot ram to knock this out. Mine wouldn't come out. It was so clogged up that this wouldn't come out. So I had to go a few more steps. So what I did was, I took my whole ram out. I just painted this because it has some surface rust on it. So I wire wheeled it, just hit it with a little coat of paint just to preserve it. But this is real thick, It's probably like skid 120 wall pipe. But anyway, that goes down inside of there and it's held on by some cotter pins. You can take the cotter pin off of one side and slide the pins out, then pull this mechanism off. You can slide this whole thing out. After, you got to have a big adjustable wrench. This is a brass fitting with the wash gasket right here. I cleaned that gasket up before I put it back in, but this is screws down into the top. So I laid it on its side. I got me like a 24-inch adjustable pipe wrench, took it off, slid this out, and that allowed me to get down inside of there. And I took a pipe. I got a pipe right here. Took me a pipe, and I just tamped it down and was able to knock out my air inlet jet. Then once I was able to knock the air inlet jet out, I just flushed it full of water and got the all of the cold slag out of there. But if you see down in there, there's a screen type thing that's welded in there that basically allows all of the material to fall down into that center hole where your actual suction from your thing is created. Well, mine was just super clogged up. It was like concrete down in there where that cold slag had sit in there. And I got this machine used from a buddy of mine. And I had never cleaned it. So I took the time to take it apart because I had just was sandblasting the underside of my car and it wasn't working properly. So what I did was, I got a lockout kit. I took my lockout kit rod. You can see the lockout kit rod. This is the cheap. I use this all the time, so I already had this, but you can purchase this very cheap at Harbor Freight. It's called a needle scaler. They're like 20 bucks. So I just electrical taped it around my lockout kit rod. Now you could use any kind of rod that you got laying around as long as it's sturdy enough to give you a little a capability of pressing down, putting some pressure on it. And I just went ahead and taped it open, taped the trigger open, and then taped it around the needle scaler. And I was able to drop it down in the hole and just go ahead and scale all of that stuff off of there and clean it all out and get it the best that I could. And then I went ahead and flushed it the rest of the way, flushed it again a few times with water. So I just want to make this video. If anybody has one of these type of, even if it's not the dustless blasted one, I know other companies make them, but if somebody's experiencing this same problem and theirs is clogged up, hopefully this helps you. Like I said, the needle scaler, they sell them at Harbor Freight. It's fairly cheap, 20, 30 bucks at the most. Then any kind of rods you can find. I just used my lockout kit rod because it's kind of sturdy and I can bend it at any angle I wanted. And I just hook that air hose up to it. It's gonna come on because you got your trigger taped open. And I just used it to just get all of that scale off there. And you can see all of the sand was in there because I was blasting, but it wasn't cycling the sand like it was supposed to. So it was just spitting and sputtering and all of that. So that's just a little trick. If anybody else has this problem, I hope it helps out.